It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the Sunshine State. It's the Fins and the Buccaneers coming up next.
We're about 20 miles from the Gulf of Mexico at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa, as we bring you the NFL on EA Sports. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Now the former Texas A&M Aggie. Here's Devon Achane. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week. They love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
1st and 10. Once again, it's Achane. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Levante David doing his work on defense. Second and 7. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
This defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them. Early in this game, that's already 2 sacks allowed.
So on 4th down, it's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Back deep for the Bucs, their speedster Trey Palmer. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Now a run with the rookie out of Oregon. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll go again here with Irving. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. He's got his man, right side, it's complete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense. Automatic 1st down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. Baker gonna give it to Irving. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That pass complete to the veteran, Sterling Shepard. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Buccaneers. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bucs will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, Malik Washington. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Tua. He'll tuck it and take off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. In motion, it's Waddle. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On 1st and 10, here's Tua. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3-and-out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
That's taken in by Achane. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. Tua, going to give it to Achane. And he's going to be taken down after a big 2nd down pickup. But we do have a penalty marker on the field.
Still 2nd down.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. This throw right side is caught by Hill. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out. I like playing zones. Somebody underneath, somebody over the top. Share the responsibility. But that's not what they're doing. That's straight man coverage. Quarterback sees the matchup. There's no question where the ball's going to go.
And that one shut down right away. Good pressure on the backside. The defense stops him for no gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. A shotgun snap for Tua. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. A run out of the gun with Achane. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Mike, these are the spots that if I was a play caller, I think I'm calling up something down the field. You know the defense is really packed in tight, anticipating a run. Now's the time, play action and throw it over their head. They take a little bit more of a conservative approach, still get stopped for no gain, brings up 3rd and short.
And he is going to have the Dolphins' first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
All game long, Mike, this guy is asked to make key block after key block for the ball carrier. But this time, the coach is calling him to do the running for a change, and on 3rd and short, no surprise, he gets the job.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. To throw is Tua. Now a screen set up for Achane. And he's into the end zone. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Now it's Bucky Irving to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Jalen Phillips that time, in there for the sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Still 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Baker. And the reception for Chris Godwin. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. To throw is Mayfield. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag back in the backfield. Is it a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. That's caught left side by Otten.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Infraction. Defense.
Automatic first down.
So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. It's up and good. And the Buccaneers will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Washington now to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. In motion, it's Waddle. A run with the fullback in goal. Trying to use that big body to get the yardage, but he is stopped for no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Out of the pistol, here's Tua.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. The Bucs have the early lead. We'll have more from Tampa after this. Here's 3rd and 2. Hill brought in motion. He'll try and run it here. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Here's Jake Bailey now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The veteran Mike Evans, he's heading back out onto the field with the rest of the Tampa Bay offense. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. Get this complete, right side to Otten.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Give. This is Irving. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
That's a heck of a stop there defensively, Mike. 2nd and inches, you're thinking the 1st down is pretty much a formality, but not for this defense. They pack it in tight, they sell out on the run, and they're going to force this team to snap it again on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Irving. And the drive will stay alive. He's got the 1st down up to the 44.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
They send Godwin in motion. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. Godwin working the right side. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
They go right back to Godwin. He's got it again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On 1st down is Mayfield. There's Evans. He's got it. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Here comes Otten in motion. 2nd down throw from Mayfield. He finds his tight end, Keith. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
2 yards from 6 points. It is 1st down and goal. Here's a run. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Buccaneers will take a 21-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Dolphins offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. It's a first carry for the veteran Raheem Mostert. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 33-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 35 yards.
Man, how nice is it to have a guy like this? He's your backup running back, but he's kind of a change of pace. He's got that home run ability, and he showed it there. That was a heck of a run.
Here's 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. A play fake. Now Tua to throw. That's to the sideline and pulled in by Smith. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. In motion, it's Waddle. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. He runs with it. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a 1st down.
On the handoff, this is Achane. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running takes them down to the 9.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get 1st down after 1st down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Here's Achane. A short game, down to the 7. second and goal. Hill brought in motion. One more time, it's Achane. Stop at the 6, and that sets up third and goal. Now it's Tua. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and now they're faced with a fourth and goal.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but that once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. On the return is Sean Tucker. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. They send Godwin in motion. Mayfield to throw it here on first down. This one is caught by Shepard. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now, a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line. Tristan Wirfs, former first-round pick, with the flag. Look wide. Get this one complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he does all he can to get away, but they're going to get him right at the line of scrimmage, and it will bring up fourth down.
Every time a quarterback is sacked, everyone kind of looks around at the offensive lineman like, oh, come on, guys, pick it up. I don't think this was on the O-line at all. I think the quarterback is holding on to the ball too long. You know what they say, Mike? Sacks, those are quarterback stats.
Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away. Malik Washington deep for Miami. This brought in out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Hill brought in motion. Off play action, it's Tua. Oh, they leave Hill wide open. How'd they do that? And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Now, first down throw for Tua. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
On the ground is H.A. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
They'll try to set up the screen here. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, really for two reasons. One, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. Two, teams' willingness to go for it on fourth down is at an all-time high.
He's got the hook up there to Waddle. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Two minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. In this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Going in the wrong direction. Now second and goal from the 12. A shotgun snap for Tua. To the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there. Now they'll be looking at third and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
He'll try and get there and he will score. Tua Tagovailoa, touchdown Miami. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Sanders here for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Dolphins are back within 4. It's 21-17. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Irving now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to get back to work. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Throwing is Mayfield. Now, screen set up for Irving. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now, Mayfield. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter.
Guys, dig deep.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. On the ground, it's Irving. And he'll get this ahead to about the 25-yard line. Now Miami going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this 1st half. On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this 1st half. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the pistol. That's caught by Smith on the right side.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Tua. Looking underneath for Achane. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Tua. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw. But think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
In motion, it's Waddle. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. He'll get this out wide. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
Man in motion is Berrios. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. And he pushed it. No good. That is wide to the right. And they are not able to draw closer.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. And welcoming everyone to our halftime report. We saw a strong first half out of the former Heisman Trophy winner, Baker Mayfield. He came out of the gate smoking hot with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes to help steer his guys towards this halftime lead. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On play action, Mayfield hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for, and it's going to be 3rd down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They send Evans in motion. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The Buccaneers getting their punter out there. On the return, here's Washington. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Dolphins offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll start out first down and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll toss it here to Achane. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Third down and 9. Here's Tagovailoa. That's made there by Waddle. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
This returnable with Palmer. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield ready for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Set to go now on first and 10. Receiver in motion, headed left. Mayfield to throw on first and 10. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive lineman to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all three levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
That's thrown quickly, taken in by Godwin. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's fourth down.
And now here comes the punt team. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. Open man is Smith. He's got him. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Achane. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Off the bootleg, here's Tua. Off he goes.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll get this out quickly to Hill. Well, this play, like this drive, going backwards. A loss there on 3rd down. A very quick 3-and-out.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Buccaneers offense ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch, stays in bounds, and he's got the 1st down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They motion a receiver right. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. It's complete to Evans. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
On 1st down is Mayfield. He's going to keep it himself.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 2. Baker gonna give it to Irvin. And he moves down to the 25. That's good enough for a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. That is caught at the 3. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Mayfield to throw. This one caught just past the pylon. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. First and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Bucs will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Washington now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
In motion, it's Waddle. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Play action. Tagovailoa. That's taken in by Achane. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
A shotgun snap for Tua. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Tua, gonna give it to Achane. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Third and a yard. They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. And it looks like he's going to have that 1st down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
Once again, it's Achane. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. There's a handoff to Achane, running left.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Hill brought in motion. Tua gives it to Mostert. And he's going to bring this one close to a 1st down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble 2nd reaction mode, and also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
They'll try it now with Achane. And he will have a Dolphins, and he is going to have the Chargers.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
In motion, it's Waddle. They'll run with Achane. And he will score! Game on! Devon Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now a big play here. Dolphins will go for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up for a...
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. On the carry, here's Achane. And this time they stop him short of the goal line. Touchdown a moment ago. No two-point conversion to add on as they come up empty. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. To return is Tucker. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. One of the tight ends in motion right. A short one there to Otten. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
A gain of 11 on that one. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Here comes Otten in motion. From the gun, it's Mayfield. This one is caught. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
of the pistol, it's Mayfield.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
This defense knows the importance of this drive. They have to keep this game at one possession. That's a great start there on first down.
Back to the 5-yard line now. Second down and goal. Now Mayfield. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Bucs will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. First and 10. Man in motion is Berrios. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7. From the gun, here's Tua. To the outside, that's caught by Hill. That gets him to 100 yards exactly after that reception and gets his team a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try.
And he will score! Game on! Jonnu Smith, touchdown Miami!
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Now Sanders on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Dolphins have cut the deficit to 5.
Buccaneers 35, Dolphins 30.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. On the return, here comes Tucker. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
They send Godwin in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard. They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 7.
On play action, Mayfield. He finds his tight end, Keith. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Open man, right side. He's got it. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
And what a clutch throw here on 3rd down to keep this drive alive. Now, in a perfect world, they'd love to go down there and get points. But at a bare minimum, milk the clock. Leave the least amount of time possible if you do have to give the ball back to your opponent. And if you're this defense, it feels like the time to get off the field is right now.
Here's Irving. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Throwing is Baker. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
First down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it. It's Irving. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
All right. Control the clock here.
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. That's going to be caught. Great job by this defense. Nowhere near the end zone as we get to 4th and goal.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Washington now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Tyreek Hill getting ready for this next drive along with the rest of the Miami offense. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. Here's 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. And a nice defensive play. They're good awareness coming through to make the play in the backfield for a loss of yardage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Off play action, it's Tua. He'll tuck it and take off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Man in motion is Barrios. Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Vailoa. He'll try to run for it.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
Punt team headed out for the Dolphins. Be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. That's fielded at about the 18. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bucs offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They go play action with Mayfield. Pass thrown deep for Godwin. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
A give. This is Irving. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Right back to Irving. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw is Tua. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. It's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
On 2nd down, here's Tungo Vailoa. Gets there. Down he goes.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. We've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game. Finding yourself down to your final timeout, this is the moment. This is the drive that you have to find a way to extend if you're going to claw yourself back into this game. But the defense comes up with a huge stop, and that will all but end this game.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Second and 11. They'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. That'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Buccaneers get the win, as we say so long from Tampa.